Oh, hell yeah, son. We in the house. What is up? Let me get this shit out of the way. Oh, hell yeah, dude. We're here. We're here. Thank you for checking out the live stream, baby. Look at me. Look at me back here, man. I'm the fuzziest. Welcome to the most ghetto show on the internet, essentially. You got the fuzziest host of all time. I got the fuzzy dreads. I got the fuzzy head. Let's go ahead. Let's see what's going on here. Who's up in here? Who's up in here right now? Who's in the crib? Who's in the crib with all these peoples? Give me 1 second so I can find you. Oh hey, what's up? Holla, holla, holla. Yo, how do I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is it? It's not. It's not. It's God. How do I say it? Blavsk, Blavskite, Blavskite. I. It reminds me of Blabber and Blatherskite. If you're familiar with that, are you familiar with that? First off, can you hit one if you can hear me? Just type in one if you could definitely hear me on the live stream. I want to make sure that I am heard out here. I got headphones in because I'm also listening to stuff while I do this. That's it. Okay, cool, 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 cool. I love it. I love it. Okay. How many people we got watching? I started streaming 77 seconds ago. We're in it, man. We're in it. Okay, so we're going to cover a whole bunch of stuff here. I'm going to be doing this live stream for about an hour. So I'm going to be getting off at about 3:20 East Coast Standard Time. I'm East Coast all day. Yep. And I'm gonna be talking to the people that are on. Oh no, I'm gonna be talking to the people that are on Twitter, as well as the people that are in the chat. So as long as you talk to me, I'll be able to keep this thing rocking and rolling. I'm freestyling this as we speak, so it will be. Let me close this page. Oh, it'll be a lot of fun. It will be lots of fun. What do we got going on here? I got so many windows open on my screen. Okay, first and foremost, as I said before, thank you for popping in and checking it out. It is awesome that you're here. So this is what's going on. What I do here is essentially I cover a whole bunch of different topics and I freestyle. So my main thing is that I am an improviser and I'm a comedian and I am just a blabbermouth. I'm a chatty Cathy. So if you talk to me, I will have so much to give back to you. But I do have a couple topics that we are going to cover today. And the first topic that we're going to be talking about is we're going to talk about fitness. But I actually want to just jump in and tell you this right here, right now. Oh my God! It says that the XFL is it's dead. The XFL is RIP, rest in power, XFL. So yeah, it's over. That's a bummer. That is a bummer. Um, Now, I'm not super bummed about it, but it will be a big bummer for a lot of other people. So no games, no XFL games. Do you remember the lingerie football league, the LFL lingerie football league? That was when all the women would just get dressed up in like, I mean, they were kind of wearing like nightgowns and stuff, and they were playing football. So I never watched any of it to be honest, but if that if that couldn't survive, how did we think that the XFL was going to last? How did you think the XFL was going to last like that? Oh, speaking of sports that aren't lasting, do you know that the UFC canceled UFC 249? I found out last night. My buddy Chingadiculous hit me up. They canceled it, man, and that's a bummer. That is a big bummer because I was super excited to watch that fight. I was even. I'm such a I'm such a fan that I literally will hypothetical hypotheticalize possible fights to no end. I was imagining what would happen if Tony Ferguson versus Justin Gaethje somehow outsold one of Connor's big bouts. Because it stands that it could be a possibility considering that there would be no other sports happening. That Maybe everybody says, "Hey, let's tune in. Let's drop $50. Let's drop $70 on the HD, and let's check out Gaethje Ferguson." Now, that's not going to be a thing that's going to actually happen, but I thought, what would go on? What would that be like if that ended up happening? And all of a sudden, you find out, oh, what's damn already? Oh, damn already for the damn already. What do you say damn already about? I'm sorry, I missed that. I'd be like, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What would happen if that shit would have sold over? If that would have oversold, Conor would be shitting his pants. Conor McGregor would be shitting his pants if that happened. That's what. That's what. Dude, I got thrown off so much. I got thrown off so much. I got 3 people in the house. 3 people watching. What's up, y'all? What's up, three? 3P. 3P. XFL's over. 294 is done. The thing about UFC 290 or 249, so sorry, UFC 249. Thing about UFC 249 was that the main female co-headlining fight with Rose Namajunas versus Jessica Andrade, Rose pulled out of that fight the day before, and I got pissed when I saw that Rose pulled out of that fight. I had to do a little research. I found out that 2 people in her family, obviously, if you're online right now, 2 people in her family had tested positive for COVID-19. So she just pulled herself out of the fight in general, and that's cool. I totally respect that. Once I found out what the reason was, I had to not get pissy about it. But it was okay. It's okay to come out of the fight in that situation. Dana White is a monster. Dana White is willing to do whatever it takes to put these fights on. He does not care. He wants to be the one that is just gonna make the fights happen, no matter what. Because this is the thing: when everybody else is quitting, Dana White's going to be the one guy that was like, nah, we kept going. And he's going to have all this love up in there. Sup, killer? I'm hitting you back up in the chat. That's the thing. Dana White would be like, I'm going to give you guys hope. I'm going to give you hope that there is going to be something to look forward to. And then this is the thing. He kept pushing and pushing and pushing until ESPN said, nah, man, we're not going to send our camera crew out there. We're not going to send our camera crews out there. We're not going to air your event on our channel. So Dana White, he couldn't do anything more. He did everything that he could. He even said that he had never worked harder in his entire life. I got pissed. I got pissed on Dana's behalf because I thought, yo, I'm running around here. I'm working super hard. I'm trying to put together this fight for America, for not just America, for all the MMA fans around the world who are suffering in silence because they can't even watch their fighters fight. I'm gonna put this together. So he's working out there, and then all of a sudden he gets a spot. He was trying to get an island. They were gonna do it at the Tachi fights. They were gonna do the Tachi casino, Indian casino. So the Indian casino is not subject to any of the state laws, um, so they can pull it off there, and it also isn't subject to social distancing either. So they didn't have to follow either one of those 2 rules. So with that being said, Dana found his place, and then people were like, I was like, why didn't they cancel it a week ago? Because this is the thing, nobody thought he could pull it off, but this guy, Dana White, he makes shit happen. They think he's crazy to even have been pushing it this far. Of course he's crazy. Of course he's crazy. He's been punched in the head a ton of times. Dana White's a good boxer, if you didn't already know. So Dana White gets this thing to happen, and then all of a sudden ESPN says, hey, we're not going to air it. It's not ESPN. It wasn't ESPN. You know who owns ESPN? Disney. Disney owns ESPN. And Disney was like, we can't do it. We can't do it. Because what happens if somebody gets COVID-19? And if they get COVID-19 and they die, and they die from it because they have a compromised immune system, because those fighters, man, The fighters will lie about injuries before they even go into fights. They'll have like an injury and they'll go into the fight because they know that, hey man, if I don't fight now, I might not get another opportunity to fight again for 6 months, a year. I may not get another chance to fight for the belt ever again, unless you're Yoel Romero, and then they'll give you a chance to fight for the belt a million times because he's a belt orbiter. Don't make me go into it unless you want me to. Right in the chat. So these guys, they got to go in there and fight. But this is the thing: I don't think one of those fighters would have even had COVID-19, and if they got it, they wouldn't have said they got it when they were fighting in the UFC. It would have had to have got out by some medical professional, selling the information. Because if a UFC fighter, my theory, all conspiracy, not conspiracy theory, if a UFC fighter got COVID-19 while watching, or excuse me, while participating in a UFC event in this day and age right now, they wouldn't tell on Dana about it because they know that would fuck up all their money and everybody else's money as well. It's like that episode of The Simpsons where Homer had the crayon way up his nose, and then they found it in the CAT scan, and they removed the crayon from Homer's nose, and he got super smart. And then he sent something to the nuclear commission about all the issues with the power plant that he works at with Lenny and Carl, Montgomery Burns power plant. And then they ended up shutting the whole thing down. Homer ended up becoming a pariah, even though he did the right thing. Because everybody lost their jobs. Any fighter that would tell on Dana because they contracted coronavirus during this UFC event would be a pariah to all the other fighters. And the thing is, this fighter would be like, man, I could have got corona from him, man. I could have got corona. Maybe you could have got corona. Maybe you would have got coronavirus. But you didn't, right? They would just act that way. They would do this virtue signaling and be all self-righteous about it. But in actuality, everybody knows that they couldn't say shit about it. That's the other thing. So ultimately, let's circle back. So Dana White's pushing and pushing, and then boom, he's going to actually get it to happen. So then he actually gets it to happen. And then they go, no, you can't. You can't do it. Because this is the thing. Dana is the boss. He had to have some entity say that he couldn't do it. And then when that happened, that's the only thing that could stop this dude. So when the people that were going to actually broadcast it stopped Dana, then he stopped. Now, Dana still wins, and Dana is still a hero because he did everything he could when everybody else was quitting. MLS, MLB, NHL, NBA, NFL, XFL. There's people playing golf. There's people playing golf right now. There's social distancing on the golf course. They ain't no PGA. They ain't no LPGA. There was only going to be UFC. And that is because Dana White is a badass motherfucker. He's a BAMF. And he was going after it. So Dana White gets to be the hero. He is a hero now. Because he's like, I was going to do it. They wouldn't let me. Do you know what kind of superiority he has? Do you know what kind of, I'll hold my chin up? Oh, we got Anthony Trueheart in the chat. I'm seeing big groups of people still exercising in big groups outdoors. I don't respect these people. Thoughts? All right. So I know that in certain parts of the country, people are not adhering to social distancing guidelines. As a matter of fact, in the DMV, that's DC, Maryland, and Virginia, there was a Washington Post article where phone companies had actually been, the phone companies are in your phone right now. So they had seen how many people, based off of their phone information, were actually adhering to staying in their general area, social distancing, right, not traveling. And the DMV did very well for that. So now, other parts of the country, you know who wasn't listening? Wyoming. It's like people in Wyoming are like, all right, everybody down to the bar. And they're going in on their ATVs. They're having orgies in barns. They don't care. So, anyway, people are listening. Some people are not listening. I don't know what to say about the people that won't listen. I think that if it's like people that are college kids and they think that they're invincible because they're on spring break, they're going to find out. They're going to find out because a lot of those kids, they're vaping. They're vaping, they're drinking, they're engaging in unprotected sex, which we all love. So we get it. And they are also, yeah, they're running their bodies ragged. Are they going to get that COVID? I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. I think that it's very irresponsible. And oh my goodness, I can't imagine why somebody would do that other than they just don't have the consideration of other people. It's a very small thing to do. They're a small person with a lowercase s. They're all about the self. This is what they are. They're like this. They're not like this. I'm gonna write it into the comment section here. So this is the one you want to be. They they are a small self. They're not a big self. They're small people. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right. And this is the thing. They're like, I don't have any symptoms. You don't have to show symptoms. There's a lot of people that aren't going to show a symptom at all. I mean, look at me. You think I'm gonna show a symptom? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding about that. Yeah, I know that. God, I was going to say something about this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So somebody was there was a bus driver in Washington D.C. This is what I was going to say. A bus driver in Washington D.C. did a video where he was complaining about a woman who came on the bus and coughed several times without covering her mouth with her hand, with her. This is the way to do it, right? None of that. She was just coughing, coughing, coughing 3 times. The bus driver was like, "Do not cough. Write this on the bus." That bus driver started showing symptoms about a week later. He's dead now. The bus driver, a DC bus driver, died because of somebody who was negligent, irresponsible, uncaring about other people. They just don't even take things into consideration. That's very disappointing. Very disappointing. I think they just think that it won't happen to them, and that's just it's just short sighted. It's like, okay, if you don't have health insurance because you can't afford health insurance, that's one thing. But if you can afford health insurance and then you just don't pay for health insurance, you just pay whatever the fine is annually. Man, it's a little. I don't get that line of thinking. I don't get the idea of having car insurance. Excuse me, paying the. There's a thing where you can pay to not have an uninsured motorist. You can pay to be an uninsured motorist, and you can do that. I only understand that if you are at a point where like you could kind of afford that, but you couldn't afford to pay your monthly premium for whatever reason, and you don't drive a lot. But otherwise, that shit is crazy. This shit is crazy, and they just have this mindset that it can't happen to them. You know, that's the exact opposite of. Does anybody familiar with the idea of a bug chaser? If you've never heard of what a bug chaser is, a bug chaser is a person who is it's a gay male who engages. Maybe they're promiscuous. I'm not gonna make too many judgment calls, but some gay men have had a lot of sex with other gay men, and there's more AIDS and HIV in the gay male community than any other community, right? Especially like a black gay guy or a Hispanic gay guy. So, anyways, they will. I'm not saying that this is the black and the Hispanics doing this, but gay men will sometimes have sex with the intent of getting HIV so that they then don't have to wonder if they have HIV. So this is called a bug chaser. So This is like somebody that just is like, I'll just take it. I just want it because I don't want to have to worry about it. Maybe these people want COVID-19. They just want it so they don't have to worry about getting it. But you better be single and living alone if you're going to be playing like that. And then once you feel like you got it, you better stay quarantined. I saw the funniest thing yesterday. It was this. It was online. This was the caption. It was like this guy, and he goes, "When you have a cough, when you have a little cough before you go to sleep, and then you wake up at a Kobe Bryant game, and then it just so this guy wakes up and he's wearing all Laker gear, and he's like, "What happened? What happened? What happened?" And they're like cheering for Kobe. Oh God, man, it was so funny. I didn't get it like when I first saw it. It took me a while, but it's like, you know, I don't want to have to explain the joke. I told my mom that joke. I said it to her like 3 times. I had to actually explain it to her. But you have a little cough, go to sleep, wake up at a Kobe Bryant game. It's crazy. All right, let's go ahead. Let's check out what's going on in Twitter real quick here. I actually talked about sports a little bit just then. Then I talked about COVID-19. Can't even help not talking about it. You can't not talk about COVID. You ever notice that? Freaking crazy, absolutely craziness. Uh, yeah, what's happening over here in the Twitter sphere? Yep, Trolls. There's a new Trolls movie coming out. I love Trolls. You know that movie. Justin Timberlake was in it. Friggin' James Corden was in it. Russell Brand was in it. I can't remember the name of the woman who plays Poppy. That's a good movie. So now they're doing like Trolls World Tour or something like that. Is that what it's called? Trolls World Tour. It looks like it's a lot of fun. If Justin Timberlake's in it, I'll still check it out because he's bringing sexy back. So I like that. I got blocked yesterday on Twitter. It bummed me out. Definitely bummed me out because I was. This is what happened. Uh, I see your comment right there. I'm gonna get to it in just a second. So I was on Twitter yesterday, and then I had put out a couple funny jokes, and people were liking them. And then I went back into the Twitter line of the person who had liked a few of my jokes, and they were very attractive. I'm not gonna lie. So I go into their Twitter line, and then they posted a tweet that was, "Can a girl ever have too many bikinis?" And I went, "Me, no. You, you can't." That's what I said. A couple minutes later, go to check on their thing, blocked, blocked, yo. I was like, "What did I say?" And I've like tried to like I don't think I could have worded it better, but then I got really sad panda. No lie. I don't like getting blocked. It feels so like you feel kind of violated and scared. You ever been blocked before? Honestly, I've been blocked. I have friends where I've been blocked more times than they have followers. So it's like they don't get it when I say that. They're like, "Yeah, people are people, man." And I'm like, "Motherfucker, you got 15 followers. You telling me some shit." So so you get blocked and you feel like, "Ow, ow, that hurts me. I've been rejected. Ow, ow, I feel grief." And you feel guilty, like, what did I do wrong? So then this guy had immediately liked the thing that I had posted. And I go to him, and he's already following me, so that's why he saw probably what I did. So then I DM the guy, and I'm like, "Dude, she just blocked me, bro." And then he's like, "Oh, man, she blocked you. She's definitely going to block me." He said something way worse. So then I'm like sitting around, I get a drink of water, I come back to the computer, and then I see he's DM'd me back, and he goes, "Check this out." And he screenshot all of her Twitter line. Because I'm not super into like people's Twitter lines a lot of the time. I'm more focused on writing tweets than retweeting other people or just reading things like a wallflower. That's not me. You follow me on Twitter, you're going to get jokes, son. You're going to get content. I'm a content creator. What? So he sends me her line. It's Trump, 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 Pence, Trump, Pence, Pence, Trump. And I'm just like, all right. Sometimes Trump supporters will just set up a keyword search and they'll just like preemptively block anybody who has anything negative to say about Trump. I don't have a lot of negative shit to say about Trump. She must, but I have said some shit. So she probably just got rid of me because of that, or she found out I was black. she's already pissed off her father, so she's checked that off of her checklist. Okay, let me go back to the chat here. Yeah, but I'm okay. I'm over getting blocked, by the way. Anthony Trueheart over here. Big groups of weak, out of shape people, but working out because someone's leading them, led by a dumbass who inspires them. A dumbass who inspires them. I I know what you're talking about. I'm not that dumbass, by the way. I don't I don't believe I'm the dumbass. That means that because you guys are not the dumbasses that are being led by a dumbass. You are not that. You are intelligent. You are sexy. You, you sexy, yo. You sexy as fuck, man. Shit. You're like, don't talk to me that way, bro. You're making me feel weird. But I didn't say stop. I just said don't talk to me that way. But like, whatever. So, yeah, this is the one thing about that. These, like, you can take any piece of information and then you can just twist it and just misconstrue it and use it any way you want and use that to lead people. And this is the one thing. Depending on how smart you are, it's going to totally affect and color the way that you interpret things, right? And it works two ways. It works based off of your level of intelligence, and then it works on your level of consciousness. And consciousness is like spirituality and stuff built into there too. So, like, when you have somebody who is dumb, they can take something and really butcher it and then tell you, like, this is what it means. And you're like, are you sure that's what it means? And then you can have somebody who's like unconscious, like they don't have like moral, human, universal ideals built into it. And when you have some of these people, they can take stuff and they can just butcher it and ruin it. And I think that's kind of what they said. They're like, no pain, no gain. Fuck, man, you go out there and you get corona, it's only gonna make you stronger, bro. We're gonna fucking get you having antibodies in the first 15 reps, bro. You're gonna be ready. You're gonna be fucking ready. If you haven't had an opportunity to check out any of Anthony Trueheart's YouTube stuff, he's got a lot of really great stuff. The name of the channel, it's put it out there. Is that the name of the channel? Put it out there, right? I've been watching his videos. He's making good content. He's actually he's got a degree in videography. That's what I think it's called, videography, from George Mason University. I think he was one of the first graduates of that major when it became a brand new major. Let a fool take a drink, y'all. Let a fool take a sip. Come on, man. Hey, I just want to say real quick, everybody who's watching right now, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch, listen to this live stream. It means a lot to me, and I definitely appreciate it. Don't be afraid to write some stuff in the chat because it fuels me. Your words and your comments fuel me. Okay, so what did I say? We're covering bam, bam, bam. Hold on a second. Let me go back to the Jesus, bro. Going back to the Twitter. Okay, we talked about fitness, we talked about working out. All right. This is a big question a lot of people get. That actually is so untrue. I just said this is a big question that a lot of people get. Not a big question a lot of people get, but it's something that I like to ask. If you could either be a werewolf or a vampire, what would you rather be? Werewolf or vampire? Got it? So go ahead, write that into the chat. What would you rather be, werewolf or vampire? I'll give you a second to think about that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and check out what we got going on here. Oh shit! Yep. Definitely check out that YouTube channel. It's called Put It Out There. There's more shit on the way, and also if you like David Goggins, if you're familiar with him, he's an African American former Marine Navy SEAL and also ultra marathoner. Anthony is of that ilk. He's very tough. Are you gonna? I want you to run a marathon, bro. I've run a marathon. I'm like a half marathoner. I think that's the optimal distance, the half marathon. Okay, now back to what would you rather be, a werewolf or a vampire? I'm gonna go werewolf, bro. Can't you see the beard? Yeah. This is the reason why you want to be a werewolf. It's much easier. It's so much easier than being a vampire. Because when you're a vampire, you got to worry about the sun. You're committed to it fully. You got to drink blood. If you don't want to drink, human blood and be, chopping on like people's necks constantly, then you have to eat rats and shit. It's no good, man. That's not a good way to be. Shit, if you're a vampire, you might give COVID to everybody. That might be your ass giving people COVID. It might have been a fucking Chinese vampire that did it. Somebody from the triad might have done that shit. So that's the first thing with that. Now, the reason why I want to be a werewolf is it's not the full commitment. You only have to be a werewolf when there is a full moon. And there's maybe 12, well, there's 12 full moons a year, maybe 13 if you get a blue moon, right? Now, that's not crazy. That's not too much. It's not a hard commitment. It's basically the Army Reserves of monsterdom, being a werewolf. And it's pretty chill. So I would recommend being a werewolf over everything. And then let's say you are going to be a werewolf. You can drive way, way out into like the farmlands, and then this is what I would recommend doing. I'd recommend having some like psilocybin mushrooms, and then you go and you set up camp, and then like right when the sun's gonna go down, like a little before then, you like make the mushrooms into like some sort of tea, or maybe you just like eat them with a whole bunch of Nutella. You just eat a whole bunch of mushrooms, and then you just lay down and you just start meditating. And don't do it in your tent because you don't want to turn into a werewolf in your tent and then rip your tent up and all sorts of shit like that. You want to keep that tent. Come on, man, you paid money for that, right? You can't take the tent back after tearing it up because you turned into a werewolf. Like, you can't take it back the next day to Dick's and you're like, yeah, I want to return this tent, this Columbia tent's no good. They're like, what happened? And then you're like, oh man, it just broke. They'd be like, hey, did you turn into a werewolf inside of the tent, tear it to shreds, and then try to take it back? No, no, I didn't do that. That's like what it would be like, right? So you get out of the tent, you turn into a werewolf, you run around, you maybe kill like a whole entire pack of deer, you like end up meeting a wolf, you saddle up next to her, you have wolf sex with the wolf. Because you're a werewolf, you have sex with a female wolf. And you sire a child, a wolf child, and then you morph back into a human being, and then you walk back to your camp as the sun starts to rise. You finish your mushroom tea, and then you drive home, following the vibrating yellow lines and white lines on the way home. And that's what you do. That is what it's about, man. That's what you want to do. You want to be a werewolf, not a vampire. I'm gonna do a werewolf drawing. I gotta write that down. I gotta remember to do a werewolf drawing, and then I'll post it online to commemorate this experience. Werewolf drawing. I don't know if you guys know it or not, but I'm actually a pretty decent drawer. I used to draw a lot when I was younger. I'm an artist. Okay, werewolves. We covered MMA, werewolves. All right, out there in that chat, who's running? Who's a runner out there? If you're a runner, go ahead and put a 1 into the live chat. If you're a runner, if you like to run, let me find out. I recommend you run a few miles a day. Everybody, 1 mile a day, not enough. I'm thinking that you should be running about 3 a day. If you ran 3 miles a day, did you know that you'd be running 1,000 miles a year? You can do that. You can literally do that, and you can run, it's more than 1,000 miles a year, and you will be on point. How many miles is it? How many miles is it? Is 3 miles, 3 miles a day every day? Okay, cool. So, yeah. You can see the screen, everything looks good, and you're a runner? Okay, great. 3 miles a day, every day. Let's do the math. Oh, we walked 5 this morning. Anthony walked 5 this morning, y'all. I haven't got out yet. I woke up, I did my YouTube video, and then I read the book I'm reading, did my YouTube video, and then I got ready to do this one. And after this, I'm gonna watch a YouTube live stream that somebody else is doing at 3:20, and then after that, then I'm gonna go run because the sun's gonna be going down. You gotta watch out. So what is it? 3 miles a day, 3 miles a day every day. It's just 3 times 365. That's all it is. 3 times 365. 1,095 miles. You can run 1,095 miles. That's beast mode. See, that's the thing. You want to wear the Adidas tracksuit, right? You know you want to wear that. If you run 1,095 miles a year, you can wear an Adidas tracksuit. You can get the snap pants if you want. You can do it. But y'all don't want to run. Y'all don't want to run. You don't want to earn them snap pants. That's why you feel stupid when you dress in those things. If you were running like that, or you were really into hip hop, you'd be rocking that. You'd be rocking that. Just so you know, the reason why I'm wearing headphones is because I have to have positive energy flowing through me at all times. I have to. So just so you know, this is what I'm actually listening to. Boom. So that's what I'm listening to right there. I have that pumping into my ears. It's wiping out negative thoughts and emotions as I do my live stream. Because I'm a live streamer, son. All right. All right, let me see. Yeah, so the video that I put out earlier today, it was it's a black pill video. And this is the thing about these black pill videos I'm doing. I found this group of people on the internet that are they're a little they're a little negative, but I believe that they have some truth that they're working with, and I'm putting out this information to help the people in this group because they're marginalized, and I'm trying to help them out. So I dropped this black pill video today. It's all about mindset, meaning, and masculinity, and that's it's vlog 107 black pill incel. I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to put the link into our live stream chat so you can check it out. This is the black pill incel thing right here. Boom. That's that link. You guys, I want you to know, I do really appreciate you checking out the video. And I'm 37 minutes in. These are supposed to be an hour. I do an hour of these. So you can pop in, you can pop out. It's all good. This is one of the best ways for me as a YouTuber to build up an audience. I do the YouTube videos regularly, but these live streams give you guys an opportunity to engage with me to engage with you. You can see me talking just normally, just how I really am, and you can ask me any questions that you actually want to ask me. While you're sitting here, definitely, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel because that is super helpful for me. What I'm trying to do, hey, by the way, I'm going to take a real quick pause here. There is no try. There is only do and do not. There is no try. There is only the do and do not. So I am working towards becoming a YouTuber. I am aiming to be a YouTuber. I'm planning on making money and monetizing my YouTube channel. That's what I'm doing. I'm not trying. I'm doing it. So when you hit the subscribe button, it's awesome. It helps me along my way. When you say, hey man, can you talk about this? It helps me. And you can ask me anything that you want to ask me about. You'll get another person's opinion. You can say, hey man, this girl, she sent me pics. I slid into her DMs, and then we were DMing a little bit, and then she sent me a pic, and then I was like, I didn't know what to do. And I got to Reddit and there was like no info. So I was like, what? And I think I blew myself out. and you can just like text me in the live chat, and I'll totally help. I'll totally give you my information on what I think you should do. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be the best information. There's definitely things that I know a lot about, and there's things that I don't know a lot about. But if you need another opinion, feel free to ask Tim, because I will give you my honest opinion. Day two keto. Day two keto. You guys ever mess with the ketogenic diet? You guys got to mess with that. You guys got to mess with the ketogenic diet. You want to lose body fat. You want to optimize your thoughts, your mind, your brain function. Keto, son. You got to go keto. Okay. I told you about Black Pill. I told you about the video I just dropped. Shoot, let me see. Oh, shoot. I'm going to read you a couple of these tweets real quick. I guess you could, you know what? You can check out my Twitter whenever you want. It's at Tim Trueheart, TimTrueheart. You can feel free to check that out whenever you like. So I'm not going to actually read you my tweets. You can read them yourself. You can also, yeah, I'm not going to say that. All right, so now I want you to know this. I'm a comic. I'm a comedian. So if you ever see anything and you're like, dude, that is rude. That is absolutely inappropriate. How dare you? I am a comic. I'm coming from that angle. So if I ever do anything to offend you, I don't mean to truly offend you and your sensibilities. I always want to appeal to your nobler senses. But it happens from time to time when you're a comic. You have to be willing to go out on a limb because that's where the fruit is. I have to go for it to get a laugh. Uh-oh. What about full fasting? I was just talking about ketogenic diet. I've messed with intermittent fasting and I've done a full day bone broth fast. This dude right here, this guy has done a 48-hour fast. He's on a 48-hour fast right now. I know you did a 47-hour fast. Oh shit. Okay. So full fasts. Full fasts build willpower. I agree. Willpower is something that's absolutely necessary for success. Full fast builds willpower. I think that no food till Sunday, Playboy. No food till Sunday, Playboy. He's not eating till Sunday, y'all. It's Friday right now. That fool ain't gonna eat till Sunday. That's gonna be your Sunday fun day, isn't it? So this is the thing about the full day fast. They're tough. You have to have things that you're going to be doing during the full day fast to occupy your time. So that's like a great time to like clean out your garage, to wash, iron, do all your clothes, clean your bathroom, read a lot, drink a lot of water, go on a nice long hike. Don't work out too hard the day that you have a fast. It gives you an opportunity to sleep in that morning and then go to sleep early that night. Those are also great for your full day fasts. Yeah, you do. So you do a 48-hour fast. Okay, so now this is the thing about willpower. I'm going to ask you this. Oh, you did a 48-hour Oh, dude, you did a 48-hour fast as well. That's dope. That is friggin' dope, yo. Powerful. Powerful, bros. Yo, that's awesome, you guys. The 48-hour fast is gangster, man. Gangster. I got to be honest with you. I have not done a full day water fast yet. I'm actually working on like bone broth, and that's like what I would like to do. And I would like to do 1 day a week bone broth fast. And once I start doing that regularly, then I think I can get to the point where I develop my intermittent fasting, and then I can do like maybe like a Sunday full water fast, one full Sunday on like a recovery day, right? God, that's awesome, you guys. Now, there was this book that you bought me. So one of our chat guys, Anthony Trueheart, you bought me a book called Willpower Doesn't Work. So is the fast building willpower? What is it doing? What is it doing to like actually develop you? Because it's doing something, right? Because you're not eating, you're abstaining. You're building the ability to suffer, or are you building the ability to let go, to surrender to your desires? Yeah, willpower doesn't work. That's the name of the book. Because in that book, Willpower Doesn't Work, what they're saying is that essentially it's okay, mental discipline. You're building mental discipline. Okay, cool. I see that. So willpower doesn't work. It and their whole idea was that you are developing this mental discipline, and you're also creating a system that allows you to succeed in spite of yourself, in spite of your humanity. You are gonna, like Jordan Peterson says, you're gonna fuck up. He's like, you're gonna fuck up. You're weak. You're a piece of shit. Like that's your whole thing, right? You know that, right? That's like, he's like you who could barely make your bed. You set your goals too high. You need to set your goals much lower, so that when you make your bed, you feel good about it, and then you brush your teeth and you floss, and you do that in the morning and at night, and now you're winning. This is stuff like that, right? So what happens is he says in the book, you build a program that's foolproof. It's foolproof. And that way you can't actually screw up, because you can't screw up. It won't let you screw up. And then because you don't screw up, you don't have to rely on your willpower, because willpower is real, but not actually it does not last. It doesn't last. That's what I got from the book. Realizing wants versus needs. Realizing wants versus needs. That's true. I realize I want to eat that jelly donut. I don't need the jelly donut. I want the jelly donut. I don't need I don't need to stay up and watch that extra episode of that series on Netflix. It's already late, man. I can go to sleep. No, 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 no. Let me just watch it anyway. You don't need to do that. You want to do that. I agree. Are you familiar with the concept of I can't versus I won't? The idea of I can't and I won't. So you'll tell somebody, like one of your friends, you'll say, hey, do you want to go to the gym tomorrow and work out? And they go, I can't. I can't, man. I can't do it. Why not? Oh, man, I'm going to be so drunk tomorrow morning because you're out at the bar with them. I can't. That's I can't, right? But it's not really I can't. It's I won't. So many, something like 90% of I can't is actually I won't. I choose not to. I decide not to. I I won't do it. It's not I can't. I can't actually means I won't 9 out of 10 times. So when you say you can't do something, when you say you can't do something, usually what you're saying is I choose not to, I decide not to, I won't do it for whatever reason. Mostly because doing it is more uncomfortable. And that's the crazy part about it. It's only uncomfortable in the very beginning stages of actually trying to do it. It's only uncomfortable to work out when you have to get up and put your shoes on and pack your gym bag. Once you're in the car and you're halfway to the gym, once you're halfway to the gym, it's it's easier to just go into the gym and just kind of start working out than it is to turn around after you're more than halfway and go home, and then somebody, like if you live with somebody else and then you walk back to the gym, like you walk back from the gym, like let's say you walk back, it takes 5 minutes to get to the gym. You walk back 11 minutes after you leave. They'll be like, "What happened?" And you'll be like, "Yeah, I just decided not to go to the gym." They'll be like, "You piece of shit, you piece of shit," and you're gonna go, "I know." You're gonna go, "I know." Uh, that's the worst. So that's really what it is. It's only that initial spot. Once you get moving, things are good, and when you're done working out, you feel great. Realizing what you want, realizing something is what you want versus what you need, it helps you realize necessities and what's most essential as well. For sure. For sure. I have been getting rid of my clothes for like a year. More than that. Like, I don't have nearly as many pieces of clothing as I used to. And I don't even believe that I need that many more at this point. Now when I think about getting clothing items, I think about key pieces, right? I've always wanted a leather jacket. They say that if you're a guy, you need a one badass leather jacket in your life. You only need one because the leather jacket can last forever. So you get that one badass jacket. You get your Negan jacket or something like that, right? You get a nice pair of black boots, black leather jacket, dark blue jeans, badass sunglasses, and then you just wear like a simple undershirt under that jacket. Dude, you're ready to rock. You're ready to rock. That's what you want, man. But that's just a key piece. Boots, jacket. Remember in Terminator 2 when Arnold Schwarzenegger's like, I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. And the guy's like, what are you talking about? He like grabs him, crushes his hand. Yeah, take the keys. That's what you feel like when you get that jacket, son. Yeah. Well, I mean, what else do you really need? What do you really need? You don't need that much. I don't need that much. I'm happy to have you guys watching me here. I don't need I don't need a million subscribers. I don't need a million subscribers. Do you need you don't need to have uh, women knocking down your door. You don't need that. You don't even want that. You don't even want that. I had um I had a situation. This happened to me last week. Um, Conor McGregor. I have Conor McGregor on my notifications. So when Conor McGregor tweets anything, I automatically get a notification that he just tweeted something. So I will know that he tweeted something within, you know, however long it takes the thing to get to my phone, almost instantly, right? So I commented on something like within it was like maybe 15 seconds of him posting it. So I have a dude who I'm on his notifications, right? So he sees that I commented on something Connor did. So within like 20 seconds, he puts up a meme that had been going around a little while. So this happened at like 9 a.m. So that post that he did, which had me and Connor in it, because I was commenting back to Connor. So it goes him, me, Connor. That post that he did, I was included on it, right? It got like thousands of likes because it was like the first thing on Connor's thing that day. Dude, I went to the store and because I have my notifications set, right? So all these people that are like, let's call them they're Mystic Mac enthusiasts. They were like they were just on that, dog. Like I went and I was like getting my phone out. My phone, I was getting my wallet out to buy a popsicle. I was buying a popsicle. I like those, right? So I go to get my wallet out, and my phone goes, Bzz, and then I'm like, all right, that's probably that thing. Then I go to take $1 out, Bzz, goes off again. And then I go to hand it to the guy Bzz, before I give it to the guy. Then he's giving me my change, Bzz, and I was like, oh my god, okay. Then I put it back in my wallet, Bzz, and I'm like, oh my god. I got hit like 5 times before I could even pay for a popsicle in a store. That's what it would be like if you were famous. If you were famous, you'd be with your daughter and you'd be trying to buy some ice cream cones at Baskin Robbins, or maybe you're, oh God, don't let it be like a theme park, like you're at Disney World. You'd be trying to do that, and before you could buy an ice cream cone, you would get hit 5 times for autographs. You'd be like, yeah, I'll get you an autograph after I finish getting this. Yeah, I'll get you one after I finish this and get him, and then Do you want that? You don't need that. That's my point. You don't need that. Blabbering, blatherskite. Yo, guys, we only got 5 more minutes in here. We only got 5 more minutes in this live chat. So this is the time to ask me any sort of crazy questions you want answers to. Don't be afraid. Anything you say, I will answer it the best that I can. I like the comments. This is the most active comment. This is one of the most active comments. This is my third day in a row of doing these live streams. And this is honestly one of my most active comment streams so far. Let's see. Let's see. Has anybody ever done stand-up comedy? Any of you guys ever done stand-up comedy out there or thought about doing it? Because I've been doing it for a few years, and I can definitely give you advice on stand-up comedy, improv comedy, sketch writing, as well as podcasting. Clearly, I know what I'm doing when it comes to doing these live streams and such. I got to be honest. I really enjoy doing this. See, this is the thing. I enjoy doing this whether or not. Whether or not. I really do. Some people don't. They don't necessarily like this. So, as far as that's concerned, let's see here. Boom, 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 boom. As far as that's concerned, I don't have a problem with not getting a lot of feedback on these things, like as I'm doing it, because I know it's a process. Like for example, if you did martial arts, if you did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I've done Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So you walk in to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and then what happens is the first day you don't know anything, you get your ass kicked, and then you get your ass kicked for another few weeks. Then somebody else comes in there, they're brand new, they don't know, 3 weeks of jiu-jitsu, 3 weeks of jiu-jitsu. Now you can kind of scramble with them, and then you can kind of at least have somebody that you can kind of fight with on a fair ground. But there's only one guy like that, and you're still actually, for a majority of the time, getting your ass kicked. But you have to keep going, or else you won't get better. And you know what else can happen? That guy that came in 3 weeks after you, let's say that then you and him both practice for a few months, and he never quite catches you. But now it's been 6 months, and you're almost there. It could go either way. Then you stop. Let's say you just get injured, and then while you're injured, then you meet a girl because she's like, "Oh, you're on crutches. Oh, you're so cute." And then you're like, "Yeah, I'm kind of cute. Yeah, I hurt myself doing martial arts. I hurt myself doing martial arts." She says, "Oh, you can come back to my place. I'll take care of you." She gets you some chicken soup and some titties, right? So then you finally get yourself back in order, and you get back to the dojo. It's been 6 more months. So now you started a year ago. This guy started 3 weeks after you, so he's been doing it for a year. That guy is going to house you. He is going to wreck you on the mat because he kept going and he kept showing up and he kept getting a little better each day. See, I'm going to do these live streams practically every single day. I'm going to keep showing up and I'm going to start to get more and more viewers. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to keep getting better at it. It's going to be so awesome. You guys, I love it. I love that you're here. It's so great. What is this? What is this? I saw an article about why making jokes about weight gain should be avoided during COVID-19 because it can trigger people. Okay. Doing jokes about weight gain should be avoided during COVID-19 because it could trigger people. All right. Yeah, okay. You can do a joke about whatever you want. You just have to be funny. You got to be funny about it. So if people get triggered by your joke, it's because they are insecure and you are making them feel their own insecurity. They're feeling guilt. They're feeling shame. They feel like you're fat shaming them. They feel grief. They feel shame. They feel like there's nothing that they can do about it. They feel, that's apathetic. They feel like, I've always been fat. That's like the worst thing. That's the fear that they have. When you make a joke about them gaining weight during social quarantine, they're gaining weight during the social quarantine because they can't even exercise at all, right? So they gain some weight. What it's really doing, it's going way deep into the recesses of their shadow self. And it's just nothing, it's that small self. Remember I drew the thing where it's a self, and it's got a lowercase s and a highercase s? Their small self believes that there is, on some level, nothing that they can do about their weight, and they are doomed to always be a fat person. And they actually fear that that's the truth. I'll never be able to be thin. And then they gain some weight, and then you're like, y'all, people gaining weight during COVID, you should call it cruller, dude, because you eating crullers. You're eating a lot of crullers. That right there, that's them. That's them. I mean, this is the thing. Some things trigger people and some things don't. You could make jokes about Tiger King all day and Joe Exotic being in jail and Carol Baskin killing her husband. You could do that all day. Nobody's going to say shit except for I already heard that one. But if you start talking about people's weight, see, the thing about people's weight is that, like, a lot of people have weight idiosyncrasies and things like that, and it makes them very, very sensitive. But I don't know. I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna just say, yo, just fucking do the joke and see if it's funny. Somebody goes hood nigga. I like it. I like it. So that's the thing about that. Let me see if I have any fucking coronavirus jokes. I'm sure I do. I actually want to drop a couple jokes on you guys before I bounce. Honestly, that because we're about to get off this live stream. I already did an hour, so I'm feeling great. Oh, yeah, here's a note from earlier. So people always say it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. And it doesn't have to be that way. So if you're fat, you can't just be like, I'm fat, I'm going to be fat. I've always been big boned. It'd be like, I'm always going to be fat. It is what it is. Yeah. And it doesn't have to be that way. So that's for that. That's the answer to that one, Anthony. Oh yeah. So this girl was like, I can't sleep. I just can't sleep. And I said, have you tried meditating? And she says, oh, whatever. I tried meditating. I can't do it. And then I was like, why do I always try solving other people's problems with meditation? It only ever works when I'm their sensei and they're competing in an important upcoming karate tournament. And I have to help them by thinking of a secret fighting technique inspired by a beautiful animal. These are tweets, y'all. This is the hardest thing about doing comedy on Zoom or in this. I have absolutely no feedback from anybody right here. There's no feedback. So you're like doing comedy into an empty silo. Because I'm not even actually looking at the live stream right here. Oh, there we go. What is this guy right here? Says, oh yeah. I'm Black Dog. Are you still there, dog? This guy right here, man, Cesare Gorski. Dude, I'm Chinese, Black, Indian, and Jewish. Chinese, Black, Indian, and Jewish. The guys that don't actually have their face for their avatar, those are the best guys ever. Those are the best dudes. He's not even there. He bounced. He bounced already. That's so funny. Awesome. You got to get used to that. That's like you have to inoculate yourself to the bullshit. Let's see. Well, I did 8 miles yesterday. I did 8 miles yesterday, and then I did 24 before that. No. I did 12 plus 8. That's 20, and then I got to do another 8 today. All right, we're good. I think we get to the end of the live stream here, y'all. I think we got here to the end of the live stream. If there's anything else anybody wants me to go over, let me know now. Otherwise, I'm gonna bounce. 3, 2, 1. Great. All right. Hey, thank you all for checking out the live stream. I'm gonna be back here again. I'm gonna try to do these Monday through Friday from 2 to 3 p.m. If you are hanging out, not doing anything in the quarantine, you want something to do, please hit me up. All right, so remember to like, comment, and subscribe. You can subscribe, I think right over here, there's a button for you to subscribe. All right, thank you all, and peace.